Ravi. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Yeah, thank you. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. I'm glad that to see you here at Catalysing Social Impact 2019. And I'm wondering if you could just tell me a bit more about the work that you do.
Oh yeah, okay. I work in Natural Resource Institute in University of Greenwich in UK, and also, of course, work with CMS here as an associate here.
Yeah.
But the kind of work we do is in agribusiness, agriculture, livelihoods, research, implementation, lots of evaluations also. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, when you work in agriculture, you work with smallholder farmers. What are some of the challenges that you see them facing?
Well, the challenges are many, but since we are talking about finance here, I think financing, the cash crunch across from production to marketing, I think that's what the main challenge, one of the main challenges that farmers face, and because of which they get into that trap, because they're unable to come out of, and they get most of their finance from money lenders, from middlemen, which is very, very costly for them. And something needs to be done about it, because all those issues, crises that we are hearing about is because of the financial challenges, the financial vulnerability that farmers are going through. So I think that's a pertinent issue which we are addressing here in Catalyst Social Impact Initiative here in 2019 sessions.
Yeah, so it seems like this, limited ability to access credit at the right time, and then having this kind of cycle of taking on loans and needing to borrow money is one of these prevalent problems. I'm wondering, so what are the types of ways in which people are trying to address this? Easier said than done, but I'm sure. What are some examples of things that people have done so far?
Well, in India, the one of the method is have been microfinance, but microfinance has been more failure than success. And now I think we have come of a situation where microfinance has also got people into debt because they have taken repeated loans. And another solutions being tried out is now farmer producer organizations being promoted, through which the lending can be routed. But farmer producer organization needs maturity to deliver credit solutions to the farmers. So I think whatever being tried out currently seems to be working on in small scale or not working at all.
What about, are there sorts of different types of insurance schemes that are available, or what have those been like? Have those been successful? No.
So, yeah, on that I think less talk we do is better, because the crop insurance, and we have this data on crop insurance which talks about how many people have taken crop insurance and how many have availed and claimed the crop insurance, how many have got actually the claim. So, it's not more than 20% have taken crop insurance. Of that, only 5% have claimed, and of that, only 1% have actually got the claim approved. So, clearly, we're talking about large segment of population of farmers or agriculture product producers not getting anywhere in terms of insurance or risk protection for them. Yeah, I think the field is wide open for very different and very custom-made solutions for farmers' financial vulnerability as well as financial risk protection. So all of that work needs to be done really, and of course there are small and new initiatives being tried out, but these are very, very pilot scale as of now. So we need to see how they proceed from here onwards.
Yeah, so it seems like a lot of these existing mechanisms for helping, promote social protection, reduce financial vulnerability, they seem to be, from what you're saying, either only on a very small scale or not very successful. So I know that innovative financing is one method that is being explored for maybe trying to fill these gaps. Are there any particular examples of innovative financing, apart from what you've already mentioned, that might come to mind that are, working in this area?
Well, yeah, I mean, lots of organizations like Vriti is trying out Kishan credit card linkages with farmers, which is, of course, a government initiative. One is that the mainstream finance, if it can work for farmer, nothing like it, because it is easily accessible, available. You just need to ensure the linkages with farmers with that mechanism. So I think we need to see how farmers are educated towards accessing mainstream finance, which is available from the government schemes and programs. That's one. Another thing is that we need to try out, of course, various alternative finance or maybe innovative finance, like we are hearing about many development impact bonds being tried out in this space. So if they succeed because they're outcome based, because I think one of the outcome for them will be to ensure that financial vulnerabilities for farmers are reduced or completely, I mean, they graduate farmers from a subsistence farming level to a commercial farming level. So if that is one of the outcome defined by these development impact bond, I think the future could be bright. Yeah. But these are initiatives which are at experimental stages, so we still need to see them succeeding.
Yeah. And I know that the market for DIBs right now, it's quite in the early stages, so there's more information that needs to be generated about how this works and what those limitations are, and then how can we get around those limitations. So I think it'll be interesting to see in the Innovative Financing Solution Circle, what we're able to come up with there.
Yeah, the market is not matured enough in terms of taking it up. I mean, we need matured organizations. One of the organizations, of course, I mentioned is Vriti, but there are many other organizations. We heard in the forum also, which are matured now and have the ability to absorb this kind of financing instruments. And more are hearing about it. So it is expected that in the future, people and organizations will prepare themselves for these kinds of instruments and then take it up and implement successfully. I think the challenge is going to be execution, not so much design, because we have design experiences across the world. The issue is that we customize the design, of course, for India, but or to specific locations within India. But the execution and the quality of execution and ensuring that outcomes are achieved in terms of reducing financial vulnerability for the farmers is the next level of challenge which all of us needs to really overcome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure connecting the right people to these opportunities is another area that we may need to expand upon a bit further.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as we heard, there is an education level required not only for farmers but also intermediaries, those who are working with the farmers, the promoting organizations, because they also don't know. Maybe they're at a loss in terms of what needs to be done, because existing mechanisms are working to some extent, but new mechanisms need to be brought in, because existing mechanisms are not that effective, as we all know. So clearly, education of existing players, maybe new market players also needs to come into this space, because we keep saying that it's a market of billions of farmers in India who needs to be, some market players needs to go there and serve that market. It's a very underserved market in terms of financial products. So, but of course, why they're not serving this market is clear, because there is not a business proposition seen in that market currently. So I think let's see, hopefully a business proposition will emerge from experience, and market players will get more and more interested in serving this market.
Yes, and I think one of the points that was mentioned during today's Innovative Finance Solution Circle meeting was that a lot of these innovative finance mechanisms are still in the proof of concept phase.
Yeah.
And because of that, there is some reluctance to get into it, until people know what the evidence is behind it, and also what is the business case to support those types of decisions.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I think we are not very far away from a situation where, many investors will be interested. Of course, it's a risk capital which needs to come in this space, because without which all the experiments that needs to happen to test the market, to ensure these products are designed well and they succeed. Obviously, in that process, many failures will be seen as well. So there is a need for a risk capital coming in from social investors to begin with, and I think that's happening already. We are seeing that kind of discussions and dialogues going on, less in agriculture space, but it will pick up, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.